Well, let's get this party started.
Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Zeno Damus. I'm here with
Q.
And on Skype.
Yeah, Blood Axe.
All right. And we'll get started. I guess we're going to start off with, we've been going for a month, a little over a month, I guess, a month and a half.
Nobody missed us.
And we're back. I'm in black. All right. Except for Blood Axe, he's in gray. Got a black cap, though.
Yeah. I'm in gray.
Hey, Blood Axe has had a good last week. He saw the Miami Dolphins win.
Because there's nothing I'm going to talk about the movie for the non-spoiler part, because I can't say anything about the movie, to be honest, without spoiling something. I can't think of anything I can say.
I can. I'll do it. So just to give you an idea of how huge Spider-Man is, or how good it was. I haven't seen a film in the theater in over 2 years. Last one, I think, was the Rise of Skywalker, to give you an idea of how long it's been subbed to a theater. And I had absolutely no problems not only going to the theater, but taking Mrs. Blood Axe and all three of my heathen children, and all five of us went and watched the movie together. And my kids, while we reserved the whole seat for the show, we only needed the edge, because that's where they were the entire time, was on the edge of their seats. The way this was done, I think, is brilliantly written. I like the way that they incorporated a lot of the Sony mythos throughout, because we've all seen other Sony properties. But they were very creative, but also they did a good job with coordinating with Marvel, and everyone knows Doctor Strange is in it. And they were very creative with how they kept Spider-Man in the MCU. But they did everybody very due justice. I thought it was extremely spot on. I think that Tom Holland, out of the three films he's been in as Spider-Man, plus the couple he's been in with the Avengers, I think he finally showed his Peter Parker in this movie. There's one particular scene early on where he is Peter Parker to a T, which absolutely cracked me up. So I do think that not having seen the second one, which I'll be honest, I didn't watch Far From Home. It took me a minute to catch up a little bit. I wish I had watched it beforehand, but it's not so bad enough that you really couldn't understand what's going on and be able to really enjoy the film. So from a spoiler-free perspective, it was definitely worth was it $50-$60 we paid for my family to go, plus the popcorn and drinks and all that jazz. So we dropped $100. And yeah, it was great. We got to see it in a theater with the surround sound, and my kids were absolutely elated. They thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Mrs. Blood Axe, she kept raving about it after we left. So yeah, it's one of those. It's the one film that brought me out of hiding in my home, watching nothing but streaming, to the point where I'm ready to go. And you know what? I'm ready to go back and now see Ghostbusters Afterlife, which I haven't seen yet. So from my personal opinion, unless you have some kind of if you're compromised in a way, or you have a deathly fear of COVID, wait for it. But if you're young and healthy, if you check all the boxes and you want to go, by all means, I recommend going, because it's this kind of movie that shows Hollywood can still make a good film, can still write a good story, and does not necessarily have to check all the woke agenda boxes. So that's my spoiler-free review of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Well, I'll add on to that. So, first of all, this does add to the fact of the COVID excuse for movies doing bad. is no longer applicable after this. This movie did amazing. It brought in a lot of money.
Billions.
Yeah. And so and I see why. I watched the movie, and like you said, man, just like your kids, I was on the edge of my seat. Like, I was reclined, but I was still on the edge of my seat. Like, it was it was one of those where I was well in tune the whole movie. It didn't lose me throughout the movie. The scenes, like, I was just engrossed into each one, and so I was happy to actually have that feeling again from a movie, because yeah, you're right. It's been a while. It's been a while to have a movie that caught that much of attention, and I mean, the box office shows it is doing very well. As far as I guess my spoiler-free review is is just that I really did enjoy the movie. The elements they implemented into the movie were all enjoyable. I didn't find myself going, oh, why'd they do that, to really anything that I can think of off the top of my head. So it's one I'd actually rewatch, and I don't rewatch a lot of movies, but I would definitely watch this a second time, just because they also had a lot of things that I was like, man, I want to see that again to see what exactly, if I missed something, or there was a lot of good stuff going on in the background. Of course, I watched some YouTube videos that caught some of those scenes, but I would definitely, because it's still linking into a lot of the stuff Marvel's doing. So I mean, it even had tie-ins with stuff like Hawkeye and stuff like that, which isn't really a spoiler. I mean, and it wasn't anything specific. It was just references. Yeah, there you go. It references the whole Marvel universe as they've been doing. So it was still there. So yeah. Q, you got anything before we get into the spoilers?
The best way I can say it is that this movie, you said that it shows Hollywood can still do good movies. That's a good way to put it, because this movie was so good that I don't even want to give Hollywood credit. This almost felt like a fan film, because that's how much love was in this. I mean, I would have thought, it's just the sheer amount of dedication that was put into this. But this was the best movie of 2021. Obviously, I mean, it's literally made the most.
And 2019.
This movie was so good that we were debating it versus the Avengers finale movies. Like, we weren't sure. We were trying to figure out if it was the best Marvel movie ever. That's how good it was. And that's literally all I can say. I want to go more, but I can't express myself without spoilers. But that's how good it is. This is a must-see. I intend to go back and take my boys, which ain't going to be cheap, to the theater, because it's a theater experience. I can't remember the last time I had to go to the restroom at one point. And I can't remember the last time I ran full dead sprint to a movie theater.
Dude, we wouldn't do that restroom in like seconds.
I peed from the door.
Because he's like, man, I'll be right back. And then I turn around, he's already back. And I was like, shit.
I ran over a bunch of people's legs. You know what? They didn't get mad. They're like, we get it. Yeah, we should have pulled our knees up. I'm like, yeah, what you doing, man? Don't slow me down. But I hauled butt and came in like a bat out of heck. And people were just like, yo, man, yeah, you lucky you didn't miss too much. But, yeah, you got to be careful. Avoiding spoilers with any screenshots hard. Because he was looking at pictures for our little thing, and, like, all of a sudden was spoiler. Yeah. Like, I was like, dang. But stick around for the spoilers section if you don't mind spoilers, because you will get a much bigger breakdown. But the best movie, man, woman, child, it doesn't matter.
And by the way,
it doesn't matter.
And those of you that haven't seen it, there are two stingers at the end, one midway through, one at the very end. Stay for both of them.
Yes. Well, yeah, I don't know. You sort of missed the last one.
No, I think the last one is actually more important, to be honest.
Yeah, well, he's saying that because he knows
spoilers,
how I
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
No, there's good parts, but there's this one character that I hate so much.
Well, well, that's not gonna be incorporated. And we'll get to spoilers in a second. We'll talk about it.
The last stinger's all over the internet already. Is the reason why I say you can skip it.
Can't believe
too.
they did it.
But,
I just can't believe they did it.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all of our videos on YouTube. Hit that notification bell. Hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Whatever video you're watching right now, so you can catch all the videos we do. We do this every week live on Twitch. We do our show. You can you'll get to see that, plus gaming videos from Mr. Blood Axe. He does some awesome gaming videos. Occasionally Q does.
Rare.
Once in a blue moon, I'll do something.
I mean, when they put out a co-op game, you'll see me out with Mr. Blood Axe, but
there you go. All right, guys. You can check us out at Dicejunkies.com to find links everywhere we are online, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. Be sure to hit those notifications there. And as always,
we hope you enjoy.
You nailed it. How'd you nail it? No one nails it.